So we're facing my Buddha statue, and I'm going to bring to your attention there is a wise reason why I got that. Okay? There is a very wise reason, and I'll explain why. My Buddha head down here. I have my heavenly hammock, which is in such a category. It's easily detachable, and I could fold it up and put it into a storage unit. This here is a nicer piece of furniture. I was looking at a few different categories of practical furniture to get, and because there was a deal on price, I went ahead and opted to get a nicer piece of furniture. But this yet is foldable, and I can put it in a storage unit. I also wisely consider the possibility that I may need to throw things away. In the case that something should happen, it could be a scenario I need to do. A scenario where it was worth it to me to throw something away has already happened. I would like you to look at and face my new vacuum. See how nice it is? See, this part right here detaches, and you could hold it in your hand, or you could use it as a vacuum. That other Kirby vacuum bothered me. I was bothered with it. It wasn't even worth having. It wasn't worth having. It bothered me, and I threw it away. Okay? I got rid of it. It turned out to be in such a category. True, I was kind of estimating, am I going to be in this category by this time, and it wasn't. But because it was a free vacuum, somebody just left out at the curb and said it's for free, you can have it. I went ahead and got it and used it, and I kind of wish I passed it up. I thought to myself at that time, do I want it? Do I not want it? Do I want to go ahead and grab it and have a vacuum? Because at that point I didn't have a vacuum at all. But it turned out to be such a category. It was such an item that bothered me. It wasn't in harmony. I needed to get rid of it. So, it's kind of unfortunate that after investing in a new roller brush for it and a vacuum bag, that I threw it away. But it was worth it to me, and I want you to consider that. I want you to consider that this is yet a scenario that I prioritize. I naturally want to be able to single-handedly throw everything away if I need to. I want to be able to single-handedly put everything in a storage unit if I need to. I don't want to need to depend on anybody to help me. Okay? This is a part of my psychological adjustment that is very natural. Now, when I first moved in here, the shelter had a bed and they wanted to give it to me, and I said, no, I don't want it. There are other programs that I may help me out more. So I turned it down. By the time I had lived here for 3 months. And then by that time I kind of was more in a category over here. First moved in was here. Kind of more so here now, And my brother Aaron wanted to buy me a mattress. And I thought to myself, well, am I ready for this? Because if in the scenario that I am not going to live here, whether it's a few months from now, whether it's, at the end of the year lease or even beyond, how do I feel about that? So I decided that if I was going to accept a gift from my brother Aaron, I wanted a futon mattress. A futon mattress you can fold up more easily and put into a storage unit a little more easily than you could a regular mattress. This is very true. You could fold it up and it's a little bit more compact, and it's just a little bit more practical. However, there's more to kind of explain about that, but a futon mattress pretty much kind of is fairly enough in a comfortable category. It's more comfortable than a bed with a mattress and a box spring mattress and a frame and a headboard, etc. This category of futon mattress only is more comfortable than that. So this is a perspective that people who help homeless people recover consider, and also need to consider. It's important to breathe and meditate and consider this perspective, this scenario of possibly losing your home again. It's just natural for such cases to consider. I don't even want the burden of additional items until such a point, and this is being respectful, Okay. Hold on. Okay, and meanwhile, it is true. If there was a situation I were to move out, there are scenarios. If I have to leave furniture here, is it going to be left here? And will I be charged money for it? That sort of thing. I don't want the burden, it's very important to avoid the burden of additional responsibility that you're not ready for. I don't have it in my budget money to do that. So I want to clarify that I'm so glad that I do have a home, because I do have a home to myself and I have the privacy that it is, and it is very nice. I'm very glad that it's smaller and more practical, and I'm very glad to have it, and I'm very glad to even have these public videos that I can make where I can share this information with more than one audience at the same time, so that I can develop prudence and wisdom with you. Okay? See, the folks at Refuge of Hope Shelter can watch these videos, and also the folks that I can, and the folks at my family can watch these videos, and other things. So these videos really do help me. They also help you. So all these different categories of life are very, very interesting. Hold on. Okay, this is a part of a letter that I've already written and sent to several people, and it talks about a flux in time. See, here's the beginning of the letter, dated April 11th, and this is the letter that I'm going to begin to read next. And here I'm showing you this page in advance, and this is where the Refuge of Hope Shelter is here. Across the street is a vacant lot, except for a house right here and a fenced-off area here. But this is vacant, and then this building here is in ruins. And I talk about how there were changes with a flux in time. This is very, very important to have in perspective, because it is very pertinent to homeless recovery. It is also very pertinent to you who may have never gone homeless before. It could be there are some observations you have not made thoroughly that the homeless people have made and have been making. Okay, so I'm going to begin to read this letter, and it looks like it's going to be in the next set of videos. Okay?